There's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know that we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Oh, Father, 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 we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer, yeah, for only love can conquer hate. You know that we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Picket signs and picket lines, don't punish me with brutality, or talk to me so you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, yeah, what's going on. Ooh. Mother, mother, everybody thinks we're wrong, but who are they to judge us simply cause our hair is long? You know that we've got to find a way to bring some understanding here today. Picket signs and picket lines, don't punish me with brutality, or talk to me so you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Tell me what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on.
What have you done? Oh wow, I was sure up till now she was a friend. I stayed till the end. Don't be a fool again. I once believed that love was fair, but I don't anymore. She said I'm a bore, my heart hit the floor. Don't be a fool anymore. Each time around I tell myself it's the game of love. Ignore the signs and risk it all.
What's good, baby for baby case? It's your girl Kitty, Tractor Ministry, back in the Sugar Production. As you can tell out today's title, we're going to be discussing what changes are you avoiding and what's the reason for the season. This is a topic I've done on my channel before, but it is currently on Patreon. The real reason, but I think that one was the real reason you're stuck, and then we have another one, the real reason you're alone. But those are on Patreon. But I wanted to redo this topic because I just felt like that it was, you know, a good time to end this year on a on a firm and a truthful note, you know, an authentic on a real nigga page. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, sugar-free production, as mentioned in my title earlier, when I say I'm gonna give you sugar-free production, that means I'm never gonna tell you no hunky-dory bullshit. With that being said, I do smoke and cuss in my readings, so if that bothers you, I'm not gonna be the reader for you. Don't waste your time commenting, because you will get no clout off of me, Bookie, but I will delete it and nobody will even know that you said it, and I won't give a fuck. I'm still gonna smoke and cuss. So boom, let's get straight to your reading. Expect us to get into some triggering topics, being that the title is what changes you're avoiding. So I feel like that should be heavily involved, but I'll just say it because I know it's always a couple sensitive Susies that, you know, there's nothing wrong being sensitive on transparent too, but it's a different thing to be sensitive about something that you're watching and then acting like I'm putting a gun to your head and making you watch it. That's crazy. But anywho, let's just dive straight into it. What changes are you avoiding? I feel like for a lot of you guys, the change that you are avoiding could be, I'm hearing I could do bad by myself. Okay? It could just be being by yourself right now. Some of you guys are being at peace and being happy by yourself. Like this, I'm hearing, like, is it too bad to be by yourself? Some of you guys view a period of isolation with sitting with yourself like it's a punishment. Like, this right here looks like a lobster's on her down on the moon's like gear or whatever. But I feel like for a lot of you guys right now is a moment for you to be like focusing on yourself and transmuting shadow work. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, like the idea of even like working with your shadow at all is like, nope. Somebody's name could be Ray or something like that. Robin, Raven, Rodney, Ruth, Micaiah, Luna, Ashton, Kara, Tanya, Tatiana, Ruben, somebody could be from Chicago. Somebody just had halibut for like one person out here. Somebody just literally went out to eat and had halibut and probably like an arugula salad. That's sort of like one person or something like that out there. Somebody could be like of Asian descent. Somebody has like an Asian ancestor. Somebody's name could be Kim, Kima, or Rodney, Ryan, or your shadow work could be tied to somebody with these names. Okay, boom. I just like zoned out completely. Like, some of you guys, it could be like, some of you all, you can see things and you can like, you have some gifts, but it's like, I don't want to get involved with that. I don't want to tap into that. I don't want to. It's like, I just don't. I'm just going to pretend that I don't see that. I'm going to pretend that I don't hear this. And hopefully my gifts will just go away. And you probably are just here just to try to understand, or you probably just like watch tarot readings in private to try to understand why the fuck, how the fuck, what is this shit? Like, some of you guys, someone here could have grew up Pentecostal. Like, I know not all of you guys were like one person here. One or two of you guys grew up Pentecostal, or you grew up in like a, maybe Amish, something like that, or you grew up from like a really like borderline cultish type family, like, or you could have grew up with like your families could have been so strict where it was like, it's giving Rose Blanchard, like, what's her name, Gypsy Rose Blanchard? Yeah, it was giving that, like super strict, super overbearing. Maybe your parents made you lie or something like that. That's random. Not all of you guys are gonna resonate for that, because that was like, I'm not even looking at the cards, I just channeled that. But now that I'm looking at this, I'm kind of getting the vibe of like, for a lot of you guys, I could get an energy of, like you were saying originally, a fear of being by yourself. Okay, some of you guys could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Watching this, I get a strong energy surrounding. For a lot of you guys, you have a hard time like being feminine as well. I feel like there's a feminine watching me that's like super abrasive. Like, I feel like you cuss niggas out, like. And I heard somebody say, and do I leave a nigga where he weird at? Like, okay, calm down. Somebody here, your name could be Corey. Relax. It's like, I don't know, like, you like, the dogs are going crazy. Like, some of you guys, it's like, some of you all have a hard time being submissive. Like, that transition, some of you guys are just not getting into a relationship where a motherfucker really don't deserve this side of you, to be honest. Or sometimes people don't really deserve your ass to kiss, if that makes sense. Some of you guys could just be like hard, you know, like unnecessarily, like how do I say this, like aggressive, you know? I can see where for a lot of you guys, like, it's like I've been through too much. I can see where somebody here could be like a victim, and you could literally of like abuse, and I'm talking like sexual abuse for a lot of you guys, or like it could just be all of the abuse, to be honest. And like I don't trust motherfuckers, and I definitely don't trust people around kids. Some of you guys, the changes you need to like make is not assuming that everybody's a predator. And I know that can be very fucking difficult, because trust me, as somebody that was molested and raped from the age of 3 up until literally I was 21, the last time I was sexually assaulted by a guy, like I'm telling you, it's hard, and it's a constant struggle because you don't know who to trust, because the motherfuckers who do that shit be the people that you thought you could trust. It shapes like your whole perception of reality, and like innocent shit, it just be like a trigger, you know. I'm not a doctor, but for a lot of you guys, I can see where it's like, I can see where some people could be wanting to love you or talk to you or be your friend. It's like you could be overbearing in regards to telling people how to raise their kids because you have this trauma, or you could be like you could be a helicopter mom or dad. Okay, some of you guys, it could be like you. If I could see where a masculine energy resents his emotions that he has for a feminine energy because it's something that he doesn't feel safe with. Because I can see where a masculine energy was molested and assaulted by feminine, and it's like, and this person's probably older than them, and it probably didn't even register as assault until later down the line. Because a lot of times boys, or it could have been like you could have been a victim of like child on child sexual assault as well. And it's like feeling dirty. A lot of you guys feel dirty in your own skin and your flesh, and you have a hard time feeling beautiful, especially when people are coming towards you and they are applying to you of the very thing that you resent. A lot of you guys hate your body because somebody used it against you and told you like about its sexual potential before that was something that you need to be thinking about. So for a lot of you guys, this could be a change that you guys are resisting making. Some of you guys feel like dirty and wrong in your own skin. Relatable. Oh shit, like I don't know what the fuck I was expecting, but this shit I'm reading for y'all, and I feel like this reading's been hitting me like bricks, like I'm getting hit with brick bags. Like damn, but that's how I look right now behind the camera, like this fucking move, like oh okay. Some of you guys, it could be like resenting your sexuality. Some of you guys like have, and this could be, yeah, you could be one of those people that have sexual fluidity due to something that happened to you. But you also, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, it probably made it more obvious. And I think you would have came to this conclusion eventually, but you probably question it and think that it's not valid because this happened to you. I don't want to say you are gay because of X, Y, Z. I feel like you always was, but it's like afraid to explore that because maybe that'll be like, you maybe probably don't want to be a statistic. It's like a lot about not wanting to, I don't know, or other people in your family gay, and did you see how they get treated and not want that, or did your family already expressed how they feel about gay people? Or it's the energy of like, if I'm the only boy outside of like, but all my other brothers are gay, it's like I don't want to come out gay too. I can see where somebody could feel that way as well. Or it's like I'm my mama's only daughter, I feel uncomfortable being masculine and like presenting when she just so like all she wanted was a girl. Or it's like I'm uncomfortable with being gay because the world tells me that I have to be this specific brand of gay, and I want to be like I'm me, and that could be something that is triggering for somebody. And some of you guys like don't like, because you don't like, I don't know, it's like I don't know why I'm hearing top supremacy. What the fuck is going on? Like this is not even, I'm confused. I don't even got here. Like I'm in the LGBTQ, like I'm in the alphabet community. I'm on campus, but like I'm not in AP class. If that makes sense. Like I'm the TT is just not understanding like these days. Or like it's like I feel like, what's the point of labels? Me personally, I feel like you like what you like, who you like, and when you like them. Like, why do we need to put names on the shit? And like some people, like they just, like, I don't know. But I also, how do I say this? Like, I know there's some people that were aggressively in the closet, and I never was aggressively in the closet. Like, you know, like I was in the closet at some point, but the door was open, and you could see me in that bitch. Like. It was pretty open. And for some of you guys, it could be that. It's like some of you guys are afraid to come out, and motherfuckers already know. Like, are you afraid to like say that you want? Are you afraid to like come home with like a woman? People kind of suspected that since a youngin, kinda. For some of you guys, that could be a thing. Now, for others of you guys, I can see where it's like, I can see where a masculine, something happened to you and you have a divine feminine that is meant to love you or come into your life. Whoever you are, like some of you, I feel like just somebody's trying to nurture you and give you love. And if some of you guys is romantic, some of you guys is not romantic. It could be like somebody trying to parent you. Like it could be an older feminine energy or somebody just very mature. They can come across like older feminine, but they trigger your mommy issues. It's like, why are you telling me what to do? Don't tell me what to do. Why are you doing? It's like this person can see that you're hurt and they just want to help. And some of you guys are being mean. It's like confirmation. They just literally want to help. It's like reminding me of like fish tails. What was that? Shark Tales? When he was like, nobody wanted me when I was nobody. She was like, I did. It's like that type of energy. So I don't know, it's a song that I listen to. It's like, loving me ain't easy. I heard it ain't easy. I want you to try loving me because I heard it ain't easy. Some of you guys just feel, loving you is not as hard as you think it is. You just making it hard because you just want to push people away. Before, like, if I push you away, it's easier than you walking away and I get attached and we go through the whole 9 and, you know. A lot of you guys have abandonment issues linked to your mama. Specifically, I feel like your mama was very selfish, very fucking selfish, and I feel like she was jealous of you. Even if you're a boy, it doesn't matter. You could look just like your daddy, and it's like making you pay for that nigga's mistakes. Like, I didn't even ask to be here, but you sucked it fuck and brought me into this world. They didn't carry me. So punishment, what type of shit is that? Whack. Whack. So this person can really like listen to, like, your parents could have grew up really living, like, listen to Tom Jordan Morning Show, or like really like the radio growing up. Like, they could have woke you up in the morning with that shit. Like, god damn, you're not the only person in the house. I understand you pay bills, but fuck, like, I gotta go take the state exam today. Like, that shit is loud as fuck. Like, Tom Jordan Morning Show. Like, that's it's like, wake up, everybody. All the extra shit, like, just early in the morning. Or it's like you could have grew up from a military family. Maybe you moved around a lot to where you couldn't really make stable friends or relationships, for instance. Or you could have had a parents that had you in a very unstable environment. And it's like some of you guys, I can see where somebody had somebody here was on the streets. Like somebody here had to, like, for like 1 or 2 of you guys, I can see where somebody either had to sell their body to get by or steal to get by. It's like you have to do some really fucked up things to get to just have like the basic necessities that you need. And it's like, it's not fucking fair. And you could feel deserted by God. You could feel very unattractive. You could feel very unlucky. You could feel like some of you guys, like, you might say things like, oh, I'm living past life karma, whatever like that, because you just feel like your life is just so, I don't know, filled with gloom. Okay, but you are the Empress, and I don't like the fact that this Empress here, she looks so fucking miserable. Like, to be the Empress, like, I hate the fact that she's depicted in such a, like, this negative fashion, all covered up, when she's so beautiful. She's literally the most beautiful woman in the whole fucking deck, right? I don't like the fact that she feels like icky Vicky. Yeah, somebody that could be Victoria. Or like, yeah, Victoria's Secret. Some of you guys, like, some things have happened to you and it's like you're triggered. Like, you're very triggered because it's like your abusers could be living life like it's fucking golden. And it's like motherfuckers be treating you weird for telling them. Like, damn, y'all hate me more for speaking up about what happened to me than the person that did it. That's fucking wild. And that shit there, it, like, I'm hearing, like, it changed me. Like, you know? Some of you feel like if you just get rich and you just stay by yourself and you just say fuck people, you stay by yourself and you don't talk to nobody, you don't date nobody, then everything just be okay. It's like when I remember when I first started watching Tyler's Tarot, when I first started like being interested in like tarot. I used to watch him and like a couple other readers that it's like the name is eluding me at the moment, but it doesn't matter. Specifically about Tyler's Tarot because they want me to stay on the point. I guess it's no free promo, I guess. But I remember he used to say things like, oh, I'm never gonna get married, I just want to get rich, just want to he would say all these negative things over himself. And it's like, everybody loves Tyler's Tarot, but he beats himself up every live to the point where sometimes it's hard to watch because it's like, Tyler, everybody loves you, and we just wish that you could love you the way we love you, you know? And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's that, like, you don't feel worthy of love. You have a hard time being touched and caressed. Like, when you have good sex, you start malfunctioning, you get possessive, or you shut down. When you fall into yourself liking somebody, you disconnect, you act weird, or you act super possessive, or you get mean to the people that you like, and you don't realize that you're being mean, or you shut down. But either way, if you're script every day, how your mama respond, I feel like you fought tooth and nail to never be this person. Never be, I don't want to be this person. I don't want to be like them. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like them. But that's who's jumping out right now. Right? So not only do you need to seek new inspiration or allow this other feminine energy that is trying to show you a different perspective, because whether this is in the present moment or this is something that's going to come, there will be a feminine energy that walks into your life that is going to have, they're going to give you like this tough love type of energy. This might be a friend or something like that. It's going to be somebody that's just super sweet, don't want nothing in return, just loves you for who you are, and just sees you for who you are. I think you're a beautiful person all the way around. Isn't fazed by your fits, you know, not to, I mean, they hold you accountable, but so it's a connection that you have. Could be a long-term friendship, or it could be like a somebody you're going to actually end up being with, like, could be like your future wife for some of you guys. And it's like some of you all feel like it's an abandonment issue. It's like it's weird. I don't know. Let me clarify. I ain't got to wonder out this bitch. Let's see. I don't want to use this deck. Wait. So what changes is pile 3? Excuse me. What changes is pile 2 avoiding? Some of you guys are redrawn to more than one. Spiritual hatred. I told you guys that you literally are afraid of your gifts. Like, I'm psychic as fuck. Like, this is crazy. Like, hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and power. Some of you guys could feel like what's the issue is that you could dead ass feel like that the shit that you believe in or your spiritual gifts could be wrong, and it's like you be speaking negative, or you be visualizing yourself in a, like, going to a place, you know what you be doing, and you stop that shit. Okay. We have bad habits, drugs, addictions, and toxicities. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's the toxicities. Because some of you guys, it could be drugs. Some of you guys have like sticky fingers due to this lifestyle. Like, you could have had to steal like out of necessity and when you was young, but now that shit is a habit, and you kind of got sticky fingers. You need to work on that. Some of you guys also have a tendency to be, like I said, mean, and I also feel like that you have poor money habits because of how you grew up not having shit. So you spend a lot of money trying to look like you have shit as opposed to actually getting it and maintaining it. And also, if it's a relationship, like I said, where it's positive vibes, I have good chemistry, this person likes you, you like them, it's just comforting. I damn near thought he had a heating pad on her back. This is somebody that, like, they're not trying to craft your style, dim your light, they just want to love you. And it's like when you're in this person's physical company, when y'all are physically around each other, it's all biscuits and gravies. But the second y'all at each other's sites, you're acting weird for some reason. What's this card feeding through? Like, some of you guys, like, it could be drugs or substances. That could be what it is as well. Some of you guys, it could be alcoholism, or it could just be like escapism. Okay. I asked why. Okay. Why you are avoiding this change? I feel like with the 8 of Pentacles is you probably feel like it doesn't matter. You probably feel like that the work that you have done on yourself thus far hasn't materialized into like money. It doesn't matter, or it won't matter, or it won't change things, like, or it, like, by healing it, you probably feel like if I transmit this energy and I heal what happened to me, then it'll be like whatever happened to me didn't happen. It won't matter. It'll just, like, if life will go on like it didn't matter, and that hurts. You know, that could be what's triggering you. That could be like, if I just move on from this heartbreak, it'll be a waste of time. If I just move on from what happened to me, I'll never get justice, and it'll never matter. It'll just be forgotten, like it was nothing and it wasn't nothing. You know, for some of you guys, that could be why you guys are stalling a situation. It could also be that you don't want a person to feel like they have dominion over you, because for so long you feel controlled by your parents. And the last thing you want is somebody else realizing just how much of the impact they have on you, or just how much leverage they may have regarding your emotions. That's why you do the shit. Okay, in case you couldn't materialize it and manifest it into words. What's triggered? Okay, the Queen of Swords, betrayal. You've been betrayed by people that you loved. Some of you guys could have also been betrayed by masculines in your family as well. Left for dead a lot of times, because she was left. That's the corpse's bride. She was left for dead by her lover. And so some of you guys and her family betrayed her as well. Like everybody she knew and that she loved betrayed her, and she was so naive. It wasn't until after she was dead that after it had already happened that she came into to realize it. And this could be triggering to you. Some of you guys, you also have lots of family members in your family. You could have like women in your family that committed suicide or passed away due to domestic violence, or they lost themselves due to drugs abuse, or because of like negative relationships. A lot of the women in your family, they have suffered or went down negative paths in their life due to toxic relationships. And you feel triggered because you think that I just want to be free. I don't want to be attached to somebody because I don't want to kill myself or crash out behind a bitch or a nigga. I don't want to do that. You know, I don't want to be ostracized. I don't want to be hurt. I'm already hurting. I can't afford more pain. That's what that's the trigger right now. And you feel imprisoned by what happened to you because you feel as though, again, like everybody has gotten away. Like in her case, they killed her, stole her fortune, and got away with it. You know, and that's how she felt. Until really, they didn't get away with it. So at the end, she got her vengeance, but that's how I feel. Like for a long time they got away and nobody, like they was living off of it and kind of making her look a certain type of way, like she was you know. So for a lot of you guys, what's triggered is just you just feel trapped and in prison, and you feel like that everybody's expecting you to be over it. You feel like that you have to be like, you have to put on a show, be everything for everybody, and you've been masking this pain for so long because you had to. What happens in this house stays in this house. I better not hear you running your mouth. Okay, we gonna be in and out of the smile when we go over to the don't say nothing, don't touch nothing, don't act. You know, so you've been put on you've been wearing this mask for a very, very, very long time. Okay, so you may have been drawn to power number one. I asked for some advice. The Emperor, Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Don't feel guilty for speaking up for yourself, and never stop speaking up for yourself. Never stop telling your truth. Never stop telling your truth, because there will be someone who will listen and do something about it. I do feel like that your experience will also help you to be able to stop other people from going through the same thing. And I also feel like I keep hearing whistleblower, because they keep having all these things in their mouth. And the Page of Swords talks about communication. Okay, some of you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, some of you all are being called to like continue to speak up for what happened to you. And also, if you've been told before to write a book, do that. If you've been told to write a book, do it. It's gonna sell. I'm telling you, it's gonna like, yeah. Or it's like some of you guys, like your story it matters. That's something that you know. Your story matters. And also, some of you all have gifts that where you're meant to be like fortune tellers or psychics and things of that nature. And I also feel like your experience is also, it helps you kind of like see things deeper. Like for me, people always be like, "Oh my gosh, you're so fucking psychic. How could you see that?" Oh, because I've been through a lot of shit. You know, I've seen a lot of shit. As the Oracle, like I've lived many lives, you know. So, and all my experiences and all my pain had a purpose. That's something that you're being called to be knowledgeable of and to keep in mind. I'm determined that I will never give up. Yeah, some of you guys are suicidal, and that's something that needs to be transmuted and worked on. Yeah, you need to be yourself, be genuine. I really feel like you need to go watch Power One. because I said a little tidbit that I feel like you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about being authentic and being showing up with other connections, being superficial, then wanting authenticity in your reality. That's not going to happen, right? So that shift needs to transpire within your journey. So being authentic, and also some of you guys, you probably need to go see. And I'm not talking about none of them fucking scam artists that be doing online Reiki healings. That shit is not real. Okay, stop. You're letting people rob y'all. Please stop. Like, quit trying to do shortcuts, because the shit, like, real practitioners, they charge, to be honest with you. Like, some of y'all don't understand the energy they take, but they're gonna charge you, but it's gonna be worth it. And it ain't gonna be, you're gonna know. I mean, you're gonna know real from fake. But 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna be the motherfucker with that does, like, it's never gonna be. Anytime you meet a spiritual practitioner and they can do hundreds of a bunch of services all at once, back to back at that, 9 times out of 10 is not genuine, because you're working with energy, right? When you see tarot readers and and it's too like I'm doing stuff back to back, but this is like quality work and it takes time. And I see a lot of people who post like 3 readings a day or like all these other things, but I'll be like, it's no way that you're doing that and you're being authentic and you're telling the truth and you're actually doing energy work. Because it could be, when you really are doing the work, when you really are pulling and tapping into stuff, it can be exhausting. And if you are doing that, you're not gonna be able to do that for long. You know, if you are being able to bust out 3 readings in a day, it's not gonna be like for years. It's not gonna be that way. Or for a Reiki healing, especially like that energy transfer where you're touching people, it's not gonna be the motherfucker that does like 100 people in one room. Like that should be scams. But anyhow, Reiki healing could be something that can be beneficial for you, nonetheless. Just find somebody that really know what the fuck they doing. We just be scamming. But anyhow. We have the fire element that talks about your passion. Following your passions is going to be very instrumental in regards to helping you transmute negative energy. I think with Libra here, you're being called to also, like Power 1, shift your perspective by working on keeping your environment tidy as possible, as well as trying to be harmonious with yourself. Your inner dialogue needs to shift, because I think that you kind of have a tendency to have a black and white mentality with everything, and that needs to shift. I feel like there also needs to be energy surrounding, like I was talking about for Power 1, when in balance, you guys can find yourself being envious because it's like wanting it to be your turn, and that needs to be something that needs to be transmuted, because your happiness should not be contingent on your environment. Like that should be something that you try to maintain, you know, and have happiness within just by being. Okay. We have Cinnamon here. Some of you guys, you have not been protecting your physical space as often as you should be, or taking spiritual baths as often as you should be. This is an issue. Or if you guys are not working with cinnamon, you should add cinnamon to your spiritual practices. Cinnamon is really good. A lot of people don't know you can burn cinnamon just like you can in incense. It's actually really good for you and your sciences as well. But cinnamon is really good for speeding things up, okay? It's also good for love works, finances. It's also good for protection. Cinnamon is one of those all-purpose herbs that you can use for just about any type of wash or spiritual thing. It's something that you can keep in plain sight, and people won't think much of it. Okay. We also have calendula. That's really good for cuts, scrapes, burns, inflamed rashes, and things of that nature. So I look at this as I keep hearing I get knocked down, but I get up again. Get up, okay? And some of you guys, like, whatever your past was, don't let that define you. You understand what I'm saying? You know, there's a song where they say every saint is a sinner who fell down but got back up again. So, and there's also a saying where they say every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. So just keep that in mind. With Pisces energy being here, you're being called to honor your spiritual gifts, okay? And you can trust your gifts. Some of you guys, you doubt your gifts and feel like that. You probably question, like, if you're right, or if you know what you're doing, or if you're over-exaggerating, or if you're tripping, or if you're crazy. But some of you guys, you might find that by communicating, you might see things, like, you might regret not saying stuff. I used to do this all the time when I first started my channel. Like, I feel like if I say that, that'll be too wrong, or that'll be too specific, or I don't think that'll resonate, so I just won't say it. Then you'll be mad that somebody else says it and says a message that you kind of picked up on before. So just work on that. Okay. What's the reason for the seasons? What's the reason for the season for them? Okay, guardianship. I do think that you are meant to be a protector, a defender of mankind, specifically children. And I think that certain things happen so that you can. I also feel like you're meant to be like a very phenomenal parent. And I feel like you're also going to have girls, specifically daughters, down the line. Or you'll probably already have these girls, or you will have girls or daughters down the line. Some of you guys will have kids with a Gemini, or you could be a Gemini. Some of you guys might have twin girls. And you could be being prepared for that, believe it or not. Some of you guys, I could also see where there could be a sibling that is praying for a reconciliation between you and them. I also feel like this is also being caught, like with self-trust. I think that your gifts are being highlighted to you as well, emphasized, because all you guys, you wonder if like the things that you predicted for yourself are actually going to come to manifest, and they are. Okay, you're being called to express gratitude for things that you have right now. That came out of Power 1, so there's definitely confirmation. This came out of Power 1 as well. Definitely go watch Power 1. So there will be synchronicities in both powers. So with that being said, this will be a reading. I love you guys so many back, and of course around the whole sources, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
I've done it a lot, shit, just to live this here lifestyle. We came straight from the bottom to the top, my lifestyle. We were living life like beginners, and this is only the beginning. I sit alone in my four-corner room, staring at candles, all that shit is on. Let me drop some shit like this here, real smooth. At night I can't sleep, I toss and turn, candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Four walls just staring at a nigga.
What's good, my beautiful baby case? It's your girl Kitty, trying to administer back another sugar production. As you guys can see, I've pre-selected some of the cards for your reading. We have a little bit of an itinerary, but I'm going to combine two topics that I was going to do separately into one encompassing reading. I know that for my OG baby case, you guys are probably familiar with the reading that is now on Patreon. That it's the real reason you are in the same space. So I was going to title this reading The Reason for the Season, but I think I'm going to do it like a mystery. Well, it's not quite a mystery pile, but every pile is going to be different, so it kind of is a mystery pile. I don't know. Well, either way, it's going to rub me down. Let me just give you guys my intro for those of you who are new here. Sugar-free production basically means I'm never going to tell you no hunky-dory bullshit. With that being said, I do smoke and cuss in my reading, so if that bothers you, please know that I don't give a fuck. Find another reader, or just, keep it to yourself. Don't even waste your time commenting, because you will get no clock off of me. I'm just going to delete the comment. With that being said, in today's spread, we will be diving into some very triggering topics, so to anticipate some shadow work being done in today's reading. But don't worry, I'm not going to just dig up some shit without giving you the tools necessary to properly bury it and fertilize soil, so you can read this bit, plant the seed so that you can eat your fruit later. But remember, the first day you plant your seed is not the first day you eat the fruit, so this is going to be a process, just know that. So let's just get straight into it. I asked, what changes are you avoiding, pile 1? And for me, this is looking like for a lot of you guys, it's getting back out there. Okay, in regards to a lot of things, not just a relationship. It could be getting out there regarding going back to school again after failing. It could be going back into the workforce after being fired and being mistreated at a work job. Dating again after several failed situationships and several unfortunate trials on dating apps. It's just I'm hearing it's like I feel like right now in the present moment, you may have a great sense of apathy that can be contributed to some fears. I do have a reading that I did during this year's Halloween marathon, so if you guys are interested in that, I might, if I can remember, I'll try to link that in the description box. But if I don't, it is fairly new on my channel. It is labeled How Can You Face Your Fears. It's a Monsters Inc. inspired whole shabam, and I spent a lot of time on it, so definitely go watch it, because I do see where some of this is definitely linked to an inherent fear of failure. Okay, honestly, I can see where for a lot of you guys, you battle with a lot of mental conflict, and I think that for a lot of you guys, if you cannot perceive an indefinite win in a situation, it keeps you at a standstill with a lot of things. Okay, you want to apply for a job. If there's too much work on the application and you don't know for sure you're going to get it, you won't go after that person that you want if you feel as though they can do better than you, or that if there's an uncertainty of them reciprocating the emotions. You won't even express yourself. You won't go buy that outfit that you really like, or even try it on, because you have to try it on. You're just afraid that it won't fit your body. You already count yourself out of a lot of shit before you even get started. So there is a lot of mental health-esque things here. For a lot of you guys, what changes you are avoiding is being receptive of criticism, or being receptive of taking your own advice as well. I feel like a lot of you guys are the go-to person with nobody to go to, and you could give out advice all day, but you are really applying it to yourself. And it's crazy because I'm not even looking at the cards at this point. Some of you guys, it's like, it could be a lot of things, but it could be demand avoidance. Some of you guys, because people tell you things, you just don't want to listen, because it's like, if it's not an original thought, you just don't want to consider it. That could be a thing for you all. I can see where a lot of you guys, if you're feeling alone right now, partially that could be due to your personality or your attitude. Some of you guys have attitude issues that you refuse to see because you feel like the attitude that you give is justified. But remember, we've been talking about accountability for a couple months now on this channel, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. Rarely ever does our intentions absolve us of the impact of our actions. So just keep that in mind, you know. I can see with this 5 of Pentacles here, for a lot of you guys, you could have a change that you could be avoiding is perhaps releasing and indoctrinating surrounding like beliefs that keep you prison. Like some of you guys have a belief system that makes you feel damned or unwelcome, or you are trying to hold on to a lot of things that are familiar with you, but it doesn't align with like your I don't know, it's like forcing yourself to believe something that don't make sense to you, if that makes sense. You know, because there's some people who they for the life of them, they just don't assimilate with the Bible. Okay, if that is your story, go out there and find something that works for you. You know what I'm saying? Find your own relationship with God. Because I can see where somebody here could be trying, or someone could be Muslim or Arab or whatever the fuck, but it feels like it's something, it's like somewhere where you feel ostracized, a group where you feel ostracized. There is like a fear surrounding like separating from it or proving people right. Maybe you were damned like at a young age. Perhaps you have like a criminal background or just a reputation of chaos. Maybe you're the misfit of the family, and there could be like the changes that you are afraid to make are directly linked to like fears or projections that were placed on you, is what I really want to say. This 5 of Pentacles, like this is a bunch of cards on the tables, but I'm still looking at here. Some of you guys could also be mimicking behaviors that you've seen from family members that have proven to be not conducive for nobody's growth. And what these behaviors are, we'll get into that in just a second. But for me, it feels like a lack mindset, honestly, for you guys. Many of you struggle to see your worth outside of what you can provide, and this is very damaging, not only to your self-esteem, but to the relationships that you ought to be building at the present moment. It's like refusing to see your own worthiness. You could go up to a pebble and see all the beauty and its imperfections, but you just got so much shit to say about what God created in you. And got the nerve to want children and call them beautiful and all this other stuff, but who you think they look like? Who you think they would look like, hypothetically speaking? You know what I'm saying? It's like seeing the beauty in some of the worst things and the worst people, but struggling to see it in yourself. Some of you guys it could be like what the changes that you could be avoiding. Some of you guys, this is definitely giving like you can't do it on your own. Some of you guys are trying to do a lot of things on your own and wondering why things are crumbling. Some of you guys are not prioritizing your mental health. And tarot does not replace therapy. In case nobody told you. It doesn't. You know? I know I posted on my channel before, but I'm going to start back saying it. Because I used to say that shit all the time when I started my channel. Tarot does not replace therapy, Bookie. Get you some help. Bitch, if you need a Zoloft out this motherfucker, go ahead. Okay? You need some Respidol out this bitch, go ahead, baby. You need to go check yourself in and prioritize your peace. Do something that prioritizes your happiness and your mental health. Because a lot of you guys are not. At the expense of yourself, you'll stop crying at the clubs to go comfort another bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. It's like your pockets is dry. You can't call on nobody when your bills need to be paid. Motherfuckers call on you though, and you are very accessible. That could be a change that you need to make as well. I want to pull some clarifiers. For a lot of you guys, you could hyperfixate on karma, but if you guys are, here's the thing, some of you guys, it could be, maybe you are, you do identify very well with Christ, excuse me. You identify with Christ, but you maybe don't understand why Christ instructs us to do certain things. So when the Lord says, vengeance is mine, you're like, no, that's not quick enough for me. I want to do it myself because I can. Right? And this could be a change that you are avoiding because it's like wanting to, some of you guys, it could be a lack of faith. Whatever it is, I feel like if you guys are, it's like you're not willing to make a sacrifice according to what you want. So if you aren't even willing to do what it takes to walk the path of the Christian, it's like it might not be the path for you. Not to say that your relationship with God should be contingent on what the fuck you want to do. But I'm just saying, like, this, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this could be a change surrounding, like, sacrificing some things. Some things you're going to have to leave behind for this new season that you're trying to create. Right? Put something on this. What changes are they avoiding? Okay, that came out really quickly. Do not disturb regeneration and process. I'm telling you, don't they like they had a fucking mental health retreat? For a lot of you guys, you are not prioritizing your mental health. I'm hearing just keep swimming. Some of you guys, you walk into rooms and you can't remember why the fuck you came down there, baby. Your mental health is declining. Insufficient funds. Okay, you need to go get some help. Okay, it's not to make you feel bad, Bookie, because we're the same. Okay, you're not the only person like this, and that's your problem. You're afraid that people are going to judge you because every time you open up your mouth to your parents and tell them something's wrong with you, they made you feel like that you ought to not feel nothing because they took care of you. And half-assed at that. Reclaim your voice. This is your life, and if your starting point is differently than other people and you need a little bit extra assistance, do not deprive yourself of that. Okay? Some of you guys, I can see where there is yeah, told you somebody's attitude could also be an issue. Some of you guys, because you don't prioritize your mental health, you could damn right be like, at times you could split and be very volatile or aggressive or hard to like manage a relationship with, or you could turn like your relationships with romantic interest could definitely be at a halt right now. Your love life could be like very much so on a pause, simply because you have a hard time articulating your emotions without being mean, belittling, demeaning, aggressive. Because you want people to feel exactly how you feel when it happens. And some of you guys can be passive aggressive. That's something you need to change. You want motherfuckers just know because it's like, I shouldn't have to explain it. But if you never tell nobody what they did and you retaliating, and then when you over it, now you want them to be done retaliating. But it's like you're not considering how you respond. Some of you guys are very reactive and explosive. People are not like dogs you can put on the shelf and take down when you feel like it, or part-time jobs that you can interact with, clock in, clock out when it gets too heavy for you. Some of you guys, because your mental health is declining, you aren't realizing how your behaviors impact other people. We do have doing what you love, and I don't understand, yet I'm a genius. Some of you guys could find yourself like, it's like a lack mindset because you feel as though people don't deserve some of the blessings that they have because of how hard you working, but you have no fucking idea what people did to get to where they are, and your time is coming. But now that you keep looking at the next motherfucker, it's always gonna be somebody that you're gonna be looking at. You're putting your value, you're insecure basically. You're insecure. You have a lack mindset, and you feel as though people don't deserve the things that they have, and you deserve it more than them. But this is why you haven't been getting certain things. That's why. Rather than placing your focus on either having gratitude for your blessing can take longer than others because it might be bigger than other people, or rather than preparing yourself for the things that you would like into your life, there's like a lot of resentment that you are carrying with you, and it's like a bunch of bags. Come on, bag lady, bag boy, you gotta drop this shit down. Some of you guys, I can see where, again, you are creative, you are very talented, and I can see where a challenge that you could be doing is like when you don't feel appreciated, okay, when you don't feel cherished, you find yourself going down a spiral. They don't need to be like, here's the thing. Some of you guys need to know, a lot of them famous, the most intelligent people in the world, oftentimes don't recognize for their work until after, like either late in the age or sometimes after they leave this earth. Right? Imagine if every time Einstein had a theory and it wasn't received well by others, he just gave up. Right? Benjamin Franklin was a fucking psychopath, but I want to use him as an example because many people talk about his successful invention, but they don't talk about the... Hold on, guys. God damn. Like he the goddamn police. But anywho, what was I talking about? They don't talk about the billion fucking inventions that he failed. And we only glorify it because of the accomplishments. They don't talk about the time that Beyonce got on that stage and they told her she was not, who the baddest bitch, not you. They don't talk about that shit as often as they do how many Grammys that she wore. But I don't think she give a fuck either, considering how many Grammy awards she's won. It would happen later, but imagine when she didn't win that fucking competition at what was a talent show for kids in Houston, that benefit or whatever the fuck it was. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. Some of the shit that you feel like you're missing out on, it's nothing in comparison to shit that is to be bestowed against you. But quit being negative. Don't be turning to the wicked witch of the west because you look at everybody else and feel like they don't deserve it. Prioritize your mental health, because some of you guys, like, some of you guys could feel like a psychologist couldn't fix you because you think you know everything. You just still way behind the ears. A lot of shit you could benefit from a second opinion. I would say that. You could benefit from somebody helping you. Some of you guys, it could be a relationship as well. Like, I'd rather daydream about you than to get around you and you potentially tell me what I'm doing wrong. If I'm not perfect or able to present to you that I'm in a perfect position, or at least able to fight the fuck, like, you want everybody to get a specific version of you. You want to cultivate personalities just for everybody to come into their life and then have the nerve to request that everybody show up authentically for you. But you aren't doing that. You're superficial. You're putting on a skin suit every time you meet somebody. Hi, how are you? I'm normal, Bob. Well, you really want to be a goofy goober out this bitch. You're not being yourself. You're not being real. You're not being authentic. Except when you're doing this artistic thing. Right? That when you're doing this thing, that when you're operating in your purpose, that's the only time you feel like you have lights and being and just so much glory in you. But that's always within you in the top. But it's like you struggle to balance. And some of you guys, whatever you do for career, it could be so helpful to other people, but you struggle to show up for yourself. What I'm seeing this as, you have imposter syndrome for sure. Again, I'm not a doctor, but this is what I'm seeing this as. This is like a celebrity that became a celeb and are under scrutiny, and it's like they still haven't actualized it yet, you know? It's like how I imagine, like, Miley Cyrus, you know, or how I imagine JT felt when, you know, at the beginning of her career, feeling as though I worked twice as hard to get to where I am. And there's people who either want to put themselves in competition with me, who aren't as talented, don't have the grit, you know, that I have, or it's like I'm being slighted by the same people I help and I don't understand it. It's like trying to rationalize life just life it. And you want to have like a, I don't know, it's something that you're trying to change is having an explanation for everything, like right then and there. Like having all the answers before you move. Something about this foot tub he got in, it's reminding me of like Stranger Things, like when they was trying to connect to other people and go into the water. I need to clarify more because it's like I feel like I'm right on the way. I'm in the ballpark. Comment down below if I'm clocking your tea real quick, because I want to make sure, like, I'm just not being woozy, like, you know, like, what's tea for sure? Let's pull from the what's tea dick shit. Let's see. I really like what you done in me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. I know I can't sing, but some of you guys, it's like, some of you guys have obsessive tendencies, but like from a distance, but it's like it becomes that way because you don't act on your emotions. Like, I don't know. What is this? What changes are they avoiding? Damn. They came in like really quickly. I'm only gonna take the ones that flip like upward where I can see them, because the other ones that fell face down, like, I'm not gonna take those. I will take these. What those say? Boom. 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 Boom goes the motherfucking me dynamite. Bitch, you ain't gotta give me my motherfucking, you ain't gotta give me my snails, bitch. Cause I know it. There go right there. Whoop. There it is. Boom. I know what I'm talking about. One of you have an arm tattoo. And it's in a situation we're going to change that you're avoiding, and really it's just you showing up and telling this person how you feel or being authentic, or you or this person could be Aries or Sagittarius, but it could just be like, ooh, I'm hearing love lockdown, and look, we have this love triangle here. Some of you guys have a hard time making a decision or choosing between people. Some of you guys could put lovers in competition because that's really how you feel about yourself. You really don't feel like there's somebody wants to, because you have abandonment issues. Let me pull you by the BBs real quick. Let me spank your bottom real fast. Because you have abandonment issues, bitch. Okay, what you do is you try to orchestrate conflict with people, and you really be like center, like you're the mastermind behind all your chaos. You ever watch a scary movie where they're trying to figure out who's the murderer, and the person that's like, it's like Shutter Island. Like they go on this whole trip just to get back and say, like, it's like, see, we're back at square one. Don't you realize this is all about you? Don't you realize this was all you? Some of you guys could literally be like the source of all the, like the chaos that, like with regarding this romantic situation, because I can see somebody, I don't feel like that you would be loyal to me, so I'm gonna date somebody else just in case. I'm gonna keep an extra just in case, because I just feel like I can't just really dive in. Now I like two people and I'm confused, and now I'm just gonna sabotage both connections and just be by myself, because I just don't. It's like insecurities, you know? Insecurities. Somebody here really likes brisk tea, or somebody here could be like, I don't know, working out excessively to like escape. It's like, I don't know why I'm hearing diamond the body. So somebody here could be like find material things, or like focus on their material, like their physical body and shit that they can change, right? And some of you guys could come across as assholes and very mean just because you don't want to express that your feelings are hurt. Like, and sometimes you could also be mean towards other people because you don't want to express the fact that you don't want to acknowledge the fact that they feelings hurt. My teacher told me when I was about 14, 15 years old, I was told that because she also had a psychology degree. She told me anger is a secondary emotion and it stems from pain. So anytime somebody's reacting towards you from a space of anger, you should address the hurt emotions because their feelings are just hurt. And when you do that, the conversation will be a lot quicker and more efficient. And it's true. It is so true. Some of you guys, you do that with yourself. I'll be honest. For a lot of you guys, you have a fear of being seen. You have a fear of being like honored or respected without being able to do something or give, because you feel like you can't trust it. You know, because your parents made you feel like that your love was something, their love was something you have to work hard for, and that it was fleeting and it can very easily be taken away the second you didn't move the way they wanted them to. So now you feel like that every other opera, even if you don't, even you just haven't like put the chords together, A, B, and motherfucking C together, bitch. This is behind the scenes, because I asked, like, what the fuck is the trigger, right? We got the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. I think that you guys got yourself, like, in your mind, you think you're being rational. Really, you're keeping yourself stuck. You're in your head so much, and then you're watching everybody live their life, and you're wondering, why not me? Why can't I do it? Because you don't believe that you can have it. That's why. Okay, this is like reminding me when I was younger, like these dusters. Some of you guys, it could be, yeah, like I said, no one can understand. I got way too much depression that built from my abandoned adolescence, something like that. See, I've been what do you say? Lied, backstabbed, and heartbroken. I wanted to, but I was too afraid to show it. Something like that. It's like, you rather look like you got it together than actually have it together. You've been faking it till you make it for too long, to the point to where you don't even realize you still got a mask on. You don't even know who you are yet, and you're afraid for somebody to get close to you and see something that you don't know about yourself and clock your teeth. That's really what it is. Like, You want everybody to have this like picture perfect perception of you, and get it too close that it's like you lose leverage. You have a superficial sense of control that you're trying to like establish or maintain with people, and when people are moving under like that specific programming, you become cold. It says secret fix, secret lover. Some of you guys have a hard time, like, there was a card that came out that wasn't going to be in this deck, and I put it to the side. Let me see what it says. It says both. Receiving what you want. Yes. Closure issues. Moving on. Some of you guys, like, it's low-key, like, overthinking and, like, accuse people of lying, accuse people of doing one thing, and then eventually people be like, you know what, I'm trying to convince you. And then it's like, see, I told you would leave. See, I knew you would do that. But it's like, you be manifesting it in your own reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because your advice here with the Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles, honest to God, is like, know that it can be better, and that look at your past, something that like contributed to building you up. And that may be very difficult for you guys, because I'm hearing a rose from Harlem. So a rose came out of the rose from concrete. Yes, you came in unfortunate situations, but you got through that shit. You're not stuck there. So quit convincing yourself that you are. The past is a place of reference, not residence. You're not still in that house where all that abuse was taking place. You're not there anymore. You're not there. You got to break free. Those people do not own you. Your trauma does not own you. Whoever did that to you, fuck them. Whoever those people were, fuck them. So now it's all we have is right now. You know what I'm saying? Be in the present. Be in the present more often. And when you see other people around you getting some of the things that you desire, look at it as it's possible. Rather than, why hasn't it happened to me? Look at it as, you know what? One day I will have that for myself. I know that it's possible. Look at it as inspiration. I also feel like there's a lot of energy surrounding, again, seeking professional help. You know? Allow yourself the space to, like, feel your emotions without muting them with vices, such as alcohol or weed or whatever the fuck your vice might be, sex, shopping. You know, try to allow yourself to feel emotions. Stop being that voice where everybody was telling you everything you was feeling was stupid or acting disinterested. You know, treating like loving you was a chore. Stop treating yourself that way. You need to be a lot kinder to yourself. You need to be a lot kinder to yourself. Okay? I feel that there might be someone that likes you, that you feel like is out of your league. And I think that with this situation, you might notice this person, you probably are low-key jealous of this person because they don't have these same, like, distractions on themselves, you know? My papa told me something. He said, you know how when a horse gets ready to race, before the race they can see all their opponents, but when it's time to get in the field and to do what they came to do, they put some blinders on them so they can't see nothing but the road. And right now, baby, you got to put some blinders on, so all you can see is the road, so you can stay focused to get where you need to be and cross that finish line. So something like that is significant here, and that's what I'm getting. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you are looking too much outside of yourself. The only person you need to be comparing yourself to is the motherfucker you was yesterday. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Slow motion and still motion. Fuck what you heard. I know a lot of bad bitches with dirty ass rooms, rats and roaches, and musty pussies. Let's talk about it. Dirty commodes and rings around their tubs. Pads on the floor, diapers under the bed. But they look like bad bitches on the internet. Kids unfed, kids unwashed. If you ain't got your baby, your mama got your baby, then your mama's the baby type shit. You feel me? I know a lot of niggas that I went to school with niggas that was sharing a watch. Let's talk about it. These niggas ain't shit from the shoulders, and they don't want that if they ain't got that switch on them. You understand what I'm saying? Some of these niggas, they got nice cars because they got good credit because they ain't never spent nothing on their real name. Some of these niggas are con artists. And some of these niggas only got motion now. Get this shit a couple 5 years. Come on now. Some of these bitches is living off welfare. It's nothing. Come on, there's nothing wrong with having government assistance, nothing like that. But I'm just telling you, somebody here is offended to swipe a food stamps card, bitch. You better not. You better not. I know a couple bad bitches will leave down to their ankles and shit, and they are on section motherfucking me 8. And you'll be thinking like, damn, my life is just on the hop. These bitches is, come on now. These hoes ain't no different than you. They bleed like you bleed. They cry like you cry. And we all got to submit to the will of God at some point. So don't be worried about the next motherfucker. Period. You understand what I'm saying? Hell. Okay. My bad, y'all. I hope I didn't come off like rude or nothing like that. Split up. I don't like that motherfucker. Good next pal. But what's the reason for the season? Why are they going through what they're going through? Catalyst. It's so cool. I love that. I love that. And we are, if you're talking about what you're watching is, we are definitely in the Scorpio season, right? Nothing like a big ass scorpion. So we have catalyst. This right here is happening because once you learn this lesson, there will be nothing that can stop you. Once you release your inhibitions out this bitch and you allow yourself to be loved and you believe you can have good things, you allow them to come to you. Because first you gotta believe. That's the issue. I know you've been thinking, oh, no. You be stressed and anxious trying to manifest your rent right then and there. Like that's not how you know. Okay. Or you just be being like having blind faith, or you be being lazy sometimes. Like, you ain't gotta tell me, no, you need to shut up, I can see it. Okay. Or sometimes you do what you're supposed to do, and then because it ain't working fast enough, you start having doubt, and that don't do nothing but slow your shit down. Really, when you start with doubt, that's when shit really trying to come right to you. And you might notice that every time you have a moment when you down and you down, it's a blessing right there. So you need to stop doing that shit, because that's what low-key be offending spirit. Because like, you know what, I was gonna give you all of this shit, but you could just have that, because you acting, you over there, you tripping. You're really tripping, pal. You big time tripping. But it's okay, Bookie, because spirit is very patient with you. You gotta praise God just off that alone. Period. But ultimately, I just feel like the answers have always been within you. And I feel like that with this Hydra and Catalyst, I feel like that by honoring your emotions, that's where you're going to find your superpower. That's where your strength lies. And all the shit that you are avoiding, that's where your strength is. Why are you allowing this spirit of looking at? Confirmation. Love. I think that you're meant to be loved. And I feel like then you're never going to stop. Like, you keep thinking that if I create enough distance, I'll get over the situation. You're meant to experience love. You're meant to have that. Stop avoiding it. You're meant to experience love. And you're meant to find that love is also within you. And it's not external from yourself, but you can have it in both forms. You're meant to have that. Yeah. There's Jonah right there. Jonah was a drama king. You feel me? The drama king. He still had to do what the fuck he needed to do. See, oh, okay, so you trying to flee? I got you. Here's a nice little break, and I'm still going to make sure you come from the belly of a whale after this bitch. But you still got to do what the hell I told you to do, Bookie. I understand you scared, but he was afraid for nothing. He went in that motherfucker unscathed, walked out unscathed. The only time he put himself in harm's way was when he tried to stray away from the only thing he was orchestrated to do was to deliver a message. And sometimes you go through shit just so you can have a point of reference. Don't nobody want to take advice from nobody that ain't never been through shit. Sometimes you go through shit so your kids don't have to. Sometimes you go through shit so you can meet people in passing. Like, how many, like, you could probably identify with being a mature friend, leader of the group type shit. Yeah. Like, how could you do that with no experience? Well, every time you go and you put on your resume for a job, motherfucker, bitch, what they do is they ask you, what is your prior experience? What is your relevant experience? Motherfuckers want to know the Carfax, rightfully so. Why are we complaining about training day? Why are we complaining about getting up and going to school when we know we want to cross the stage? You want graduation privileges. But you trying to be tardy for the party? Come on now, what's up? You can't show up truancy for your trial and then cross. Ain't no walking, okay, around this bitch. This ain't DISD. Ain't no walking spiritually around this motherfucker. It's either you graduate or you don't. Or you can repeat a grade. No problem. Very patient. What is this season they're going through? Make it very specific so I can exhilaration, iniquity, dynamism. I also feel like character is being shaped in you. You probably ask God for not only, like for me, I know I pray for a conscience at some point. I pray for clarity, I pray for conscience, and I pray for love, amongst other things. But I can say where with me doing this reading, I realize now that a lot of those things have came true, and everything I've asked for, I've gotten. And it's always like when I be going through certain things, I be like, ugh, and God always remind me, you asked for this, so can you stop? Like, can you stop what you're doing? Because you definitely asked me for this, and I'm shaping you for what you asked for. Okay, stop that shit. Like, for a lot of you guys, I think that you are meant to, because this is for the state of Texas, this is our state's animal, but we know the eagle represents leadership, protection. For me, the eagle represents wisdom. It represents like hierarchy. Okay, the way eagles are, as far as like the other kingdoms and other animals, they are ahead, essentially like a leader at the top of the food chain. Okay, they are very large birds. They're overseas a lot. They fly very high. Okay, they're very intelligent. They're watchers. Okay, for a lot of you guys, you're meant to be in the front eye, so your life and your decisions have to look a certain type of way, because that could be another thing too. We have some of you guys, you are destined to be a spiritual practitioner or something like that. Here's the thing, some of you guys are worried about having material possessions. You have everything you need. And when you want something, you get that too. And it might not be to where you have it flashy for the motherfucker to be evil eyeing you or take it. Or for you to squander it and lose sight of why you was given these things. You might not have that right now, because people that you're supposed to say, you probably need to look a certain type of way so that you can be there. You probably need to go through things so you can go save some people in certain situations. Why are you upset about your calling? Stop it. This is like... how do I say this? I'm sure that the disciples was very scared, or they had every right to be if they wanted to be scared for some of the things they were called to do when walking with Christ. But they were fine. Nothing bad happened to them. You understand what I'm saying? Everything that happened to them, they were protected through all of it. So nothing really truly bad happened to them. They just went different ways than anticipated. Okay, and they have a great impact. Depending, that's what I'm kind of seeing. It's like, I don't know, like when Hercules was upset that he wasn't considered a hero on Earth yet. He hadn't done something heroic, but those failures contributed to getting him up to receive his big W, to be a hero on Earth. You understand what I'm saying? Something like that could be significant. And with iniquity, I think for a lot of you guys, you are unlocking parts of your brain, and that's why you need help managing it, because some of you guys, you might not even be aware of the wearable phenomenon that your brain is. You might not even be aware. Your brain might literally be what you could be trying to this is like somebody with ADHD trying to live a lifestyle or a schedule that it literally is counterproductive to who you are and how you think. Imagine not organizing your shit the way you need it to be organized because you want it to look away, because it's or not living life because the way you want to live life, or not doing things or structuring things the way you want to structure it because it's not perceived as normal, because other people may not need that. You might need a booster seat in your car if you're super short. So you might need a stool in your shower because you're disabled. So you might need incontinence, whatever the fuck, because you had a baby that you fucking take damn good care of, and you sneeze when you pee. Okay, and you might need it. Okay, that's your life, that's your body. Who gives a fuck? Shit, what else? A nigga might need to take a step back and downsize. So I know a bunch of bitches that get their cheeks clapped on the floor, no mattress. For a nigga with way less. Some of you guys are worried about the wrong goddamn shit. It's you might need to stay down and stack your bread and live back with your parents for a little bit to get to where you need to be. Why are we looking at this? If this is positioning you for greatness, why are you feeling like you down on yourself? You're working on a major thing, and you might have to what is this? There's a fucking mosquito in here? Yeah, just like that. But mosquitoes suck blood, so it's blood, sweat, and tears. Some of you guys, you're cultivating something really big, really, really big. Yeah, I say it's Candace Major exhilaration. Okay, and dogs are also very loyal. So I feel like you're being called to be very loyal to spirit and to be. So yeah. So like I was saying, like, oh, if you guys really follow the path and go somewhere else, I feel like that was your spirit guys being sarcastic towards you because you really don't have a choice. To be honest with you, either way, put the script rubber down. Like, you're meant to be somebody. Some of you guys try to walk away from a calling. Like the person that's for you, this person might be like very successful. They might be in the public eye, for instance, or like the job that's just you might need to be working. It might require a certain level of sacrifice, or it might require a certain level of like, how do I say this? You might have to release certain fears that you have. Yeah, consistency. Yeah. Consistency is key. And look, there's another dog there. Loyalty. Loyalty to yourself. Loyalty to your dreams. We talked about doing what you love as well. We don't know how long content creators have to suffer. We don't know what some of these content creators are doing. Some of these content creators, they might not be successful as they portray themselves to be. You understand what I'm saying? Fantasia, you could never tell looking from the outside looking in, but she admitted to losing everything twice. You feel me? People coming out like Charlie Wilson was saying, I was alcoholic and a crack cocaine addict, and I lost everything, but God got me back to where I am. Imagine he just gave up. You know, it was too hard to be sober. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can't. It's your testimony is meant to impact so many people. So many people, and the reason for the season is because you did. The shifts that you make now today are going to impact literally millions of people, even if it's just in your bloodline, even if it's just your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids and kids. It's like removing that weird bitch strand from the cloth of your family's like bloodline. It's like something like there was like removing these generations. Of course, it's heavy. Of course, it's hard. Yeah, freeing yourself from ties. Some of you guys are meant to be musicians of some sense, but also a lot of you guys are meant to. For a lot of you guys, some of you guys are meant to work with celebrities or musicians. So others of you guys are just meant to, like I said, be put into the forefront and also rewire the things that people like. Some of you guys are meant to be there for yourself. Okay. I could also see where somebody, you know, for me to say that, somebody here could be a police officer and could be feeling like a sellout. Somebody here could be a therapist and feel like, or a preacher or something like that and feel like, well, I'm preaching this, but how I've been preaching, I feel like I got a different word, and you're afraid of how if it'll upset the congregation, this message that you have or something like that. I can see multiple things, but God put this on your heart, and you can't take something off of you that God has put on your heart. This idea, this gift, okay? This message. A lot of you guys have messages that you're meant to deliver. Yeah, guidance. Yeah, destiny, Perseus. I can't make this up. Yeah, I can't make this up. That's the reason for the season. That's the reason for the season. I want to get more details about like what changes you're avoiding before we click. What changes are probably avoiding? Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and Three of Swords. A connection, healing it, maybe telling somebody how you feel, being vulnerable. What advice do you have for Power 1? It's your lack mindset in reverse. Yeah, it's like just defeat this mindset, let it go. Because you really can have love. Look at that. You really can have love. You really can have miracles. Miracles can happen for you too, and they happen for you all the fucking time. To be honest with you. He got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. It's like, as opposed to like listening to other artists and being like, I'm a better singer, and I'm robbing people to pay my bills, and I'm under recognized as an artist, or I write songs and nobody knows that's my song, and I got this amount of fucking subscribers on YouTube, this amount of followers, but that artist, that's my song, you know? How would that's your song now? And even if nobody know you fucking wrote it, you know you fucking wrote it, and you know that there's billions of people that are impacted by that fucking song that you wrote. Confirmation. Some of you guys, people copying you, and for some of you guys, that could be something that could be triggering you. Take it as flattery, baby. Take it as flattery. It's how you look at shit. Some of you guys need to change your perspective all the way around, and stop letting people getting you so fucking out your body. Okay, and also don't be throwing like, don't abuse party in your heart. Don't let nobody rain on your parade, and don't abuse your spiritual gifts. trying to get even with motherfuckers who really just admire you. Yeah, sometimes I need help. That's that therapy energy. And yes, you can acknowledge your own strengths, but you can also seek guidance to get you out of this loop. Okay, a lot of synchronicity surrounding music. Yeah, some of the shit that you be catastrophizing for, like, maybe you just need to look at where Earth is and the entire, like, galaxy. Like, just when you start to feel yourself stressing, like, think about the fact that the world is gonna always still turn. You know what I'm saying? We're so fucking tiny. Like, none of this shit fucking, like, exactly. You know? Like, stop complaining. Stop thinking shit is not, don't let the Matrix instill fear in you, because you've already discovered you have superpowers. So why would a superhero be feeling scared of, like, worldly shit? Like, why would that be? Like, this is ridiculous. This is like Spider-Man, like, refusing to aid humanity, or struggling or feeling insecure because people don't know that Peter Parker is really Spider-Man. Okay, your identity is hidden from other people. People might be playing with you, but trust me, it's better that people don't know. Not because sometimes your value is being shown. Like, I feel like your value is shown to people that it's meant to be shown to, right? And it's hidden from the people, those who intend to use it negatively. Right? You don't want those people subscribers to your channel who just want spirituality as a fad. That's why you don't have a billion fucking subscribers. Cause some of these bitches be lying. They not real. They fake, they phony. And some of them bitches that subscribe to their channel either be bots or they be hoes that just want, they do like the aesthetics of what you do. ASMR, arts, gaming or whatever the fuck. They don't want no real fucking, now, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't really want that, a real review. Some people just want everybody to do their promo or something like that. Your blessing is taking time, and when you get it, anybody gonna be able to take it from you. It don't matter what people say about Beyonce, she earned that. It don't matter what nobody say about Lauryn Hill, she earned that. It don't matter what nobody say about Nicki Minaj, she earned that. Their place, stamped. And they got a hell of a lot of no's. And still to this day, they got people trying to tell them that they don't deserve the shit that they got. They still have pressure to remind themselves of who they are and what got them there, so that they aren't swayed into, like, by people who can't do what they do, into knocking them off their square. So just keep that in mind. Like, remember why you did this shit. Remember why you wake up every morning. If you gotta write a list, do that. And whenever you feel like doubtful, go back to that list. Even if it's just reasons to live, or like literally write down your reasons to live. Read your reasons for starting your business, your reasons for keeping your kids. If you want to keep it real, write down your reasons and make sure you hold on to that when it gets rough. And keep it in your top drawer if you can. Keep it in your wallet or your purse and your titty, wherever you want to keep it under your mattress. So when it get hard, I suggest put it on your. They say put it under your mattress, so when you pray, you can just slide it out. Let's stay with you wherever you sleep at. Even if it's on the couch, my nigga, or under air mattress, put that motherfucker right up under there. Swoop, like the tooth fairy. Under your pillowcase you can. If you always on the street, ball up your jacket. If you got one, put it up under there. Shit, put it under your head, on your tent. Whatever you can do, baby. And it ain't no shame, baby, because I've been in every. I'm every woman. I'm telling you, I've been in every situation. I just came from homelessness, so it can be done. Don't you ever feel like your situation affects your destination in a negative sense unless you allow it to. Quit putting a period where spirit is trying to put a comma. So. That being said, I love you guys to the moon and back and around the whole system. I'll talk to you later. We're gonna move on to the next pal. Somebody here is upset. It's okay. Somebody here felt like that is bullshit. Because some of you guys, you've been watching my channel for a long time and I keep telling you the same thing. Like, if you're still here, I don't care. You keep getting the same message because you keep needing to hear the same shit. And you keep looking for a specific itinerary, but it's just as simple as just live and relax and just be. It's just as simple as just being. I know they don't sound logical to you. I know you probably think that this sounds woozy and it sounds like some fake, like motivational or whatever the fuck you thinking, but it's not my job to convince you. Like, I'm just here to tell you what you already know, and that's why it sounds familiar and annoying, because you already know it. So.
I've done did a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle. We came straight from the bottom to the top, my lifestyle. We were living life like beginners, and this is only the